Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jennifer Daly, a fellow fine artist, and today I want to discuss a topic that comes up a lot for fine artists: how to deal with burnout. We pour our hearts and our souls into our work, and that, on top of the pressures of running a business and dealing with our personal lives, can sometimes lead to feeling completely drained. But don't worry, I've got some practical tips and some personal insights to help you navigate through burnout and find your creative spark again. All right, let's dive in. So first things first, it's crucial to recognize when you're actually experiencing burnout. It's more than just feeling tired. Burnout can look like a lack of motivation, feeling disconnected from your work, or even manifest as physical symptoms like headaches or extreme fatigue. For me, the first thing I notice is that art making begins to feel like a chore when it is normally my favorite activity. Recognizing this very specifically is helpful for me because I have health issues that often leave me tired or unmotivated in general. So I know if I have the energy to clean the house but not to paint, that's burnout. And the first step to dealing with burnout is to be able to recognize it. So when you do realize that you're burnt out, it's essential that you give yourself permission to take a break. I know this can be tough, especially when deadlines are looming or you feel like you're falling behind. But trust me, taking a break is key. I've learned for myself that trying to power my way through when I'm burnt out will ultimately take me longer to finish a set of paintings than if I just take the break. So step away from your work for a few days or even a few weeks if you need it, and use this time to rest and recharge. Personally, I find that spending time in nature or taking a trip to visit a friend is really helpful for me. Whatever I do, I stay away from art making. So then once you're ready to come back to your practice, reconnecting with your past work can be really restorative. Spend a little time revisiting old work or sketchbooks, or just create something for fun without the pressure of selling it or exhibiting it. I often revisit my early works to remind myself of the excitement that I felt when I had first started and just to see how far that I've come. It's a great way to reignite that initial spark. So now that you're back to work, you need to take some steps to prevent burnout from coming back. A really good, healthy routine can make a big difference in preventing and dealing with burnout. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating well, and make sure you're exercising regularly. You can try to incorporate mindfulness practices like meditation or yoga into your routine. Personally, I've really come to love Yoga Nidra, which is basically a guided nap. I use the I Am Yoga Nidra app, and that just really helps me stay centered, and it reduces my stress levels quite a bit. So taking care of my physical and mental health has turned out to be vital in building my art practice and my business, and I'm sure that you will find the same. So speaking of mental health, as artists, we often feel compelled to say yes to every opportunity or commission or project that comes our way, but this can quickly lead to overload and to burnout. And learning to set boundaries around this is crucial. Be selective about the projects that you take on, and don't be afraid to say no if it means protecting your well-being. If you've done the work of identifying your long and short-term goals for your business, you will be better able to understand which opportunities will actually help you get there and which opportunities you can easily pass on. Another component of caring for your mental health is to talk to your fellow artists, your creative friends, or a mentor about what you're experiencing. Sometimes just knowing that others have faced similar challenges can be really, really helpful. You might also consider seeking professional help if your level of burnout is severely affecting your mental health. Therapy or counseling can provide really valuable tools and perspectives to help you cope. So lastly, to avoid burnout becoming a regular occurrence in your life, you're going to need to find joy in activities outside of your art. Whether it's a hobby that you absolutely cannot monetize, or spending time with your loved ones, or exploring new interests, having a life outside of your work can provide balance and give your mind the space it needs to come back to artistic creativity. This has been really hard for me because painting was pretty much my only hobby, but I've since found that taking long walks with friends, reading a good book, doing jazzercise, believe it or not, and traveling are really great ways to unwind and gain new inspiration. Remember, your identity is not solely defined by your art. You're a multifaceted individual with a rich life beyond the work, and the more time you take outside your art practice to enjoy your life, the more you will have to put into your art. So to wrap things up, dealing with burnout is something many artists face, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just recognize the signs, take breaks, reconnect with your passion, establish healthy boundaries, routines, and seek support and find joy outside of your work. Burnout can be a really challenging experience, but it also offers an opportunity to grow, reassess, and come back even stronger. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And please leave a comment below sharing your experiences with burnout. I'd love to hear your stories and any tips you have for managing it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep creating.